Hi, this is Bobby Klein. I'm the translator and the interpreter of the I Ching. This is a New Earth I Ching, easy to understand, easy to put to use. It's an oracle, 3,000 years of wisdom wrapped up in this. So sit back, take a breath. If you've got a question in your mind, ask it. If not, just hang in and you'll get some answers. And that's what this is all about. The I Ching, they say, is the book of change, and it is, but it's also the book of answers. All right. Tune in. Drop in. You're home. Yeah. You're home. Welcome to this week's I Ching. Information from the ancients, passed down for easily 3,000 years. And now comes to us in a translation, in an interpretation. We come to the I Ching in its original form, when it was first written. After it was an oral tradition, it became a written tradition, and they say it was the first published book, before the Quran, before the Bible, before the Bhagavad Gita. Whatever order it was in, those Taoism guys, old Confucius, his comments made so much sense. And these translations, as they go through the years, take different people's interpretations and put it together. And this is the interpretation of the New Earth I Ching, the New Earth I Ching, available on Amazon. Yeah. Every week, I like to bring a haiku from my experience, from what comes through, what seems important. And this week, we're taking a trip to the desert. So close your eyes. Journey with me. Desert scorpions, softly rustling in my boots. A warning from Set. Set, the deity, the god of the desert. We come into nature, we honor the deities in nature, we honor the trees, and we honor Gaia when we're on her land, and we're on the desert, we honor Set, and we're on the waters is Poseidon. We honor those that have set the road for us. We are living our myth. And our myth is rich. This week's reading is poignant. After we do a lot of work, we build and we're cautious. And we do the things that we feel are the right things to be doing, right? We're supposed to come to places where we are seen, heard, and loved. So this week, the toss of the coins brought us to number 18, Gu. Decay, corruption. Yeah, sometimes. And then repair. If you watch anything, everything decays at some point or another. And our actions and who we are, sometimes it decays. It gets corrupted. And then we come to repair it. And so these instructions now from the ancients have made sense for 3,000 years. So tune in. Take a walk with me. Each section of the I Ching is represented by 2 trigrams, making 1 hexagram, 6 lines. Yin-langs, 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 and yang lines. So we come together with that. And we see what is our message, what is our goal, just where are we? Divided into 2 sections above, it says quiet mountain, unshakable, steady, firm, and still. And below is Sun, the root, the standing on a firm platform to achieve a slow, nourishing penetration into the heart of the matter. So from the text of the I Ching, we bring out the wisdom. The wisdom that makes it accessible for us. And it speaks to us. It speaks to us, to our soul, to our mind and heart for sure. And that's the way to the soul. You have the ability for great advancement. First, look to where there are deficiencies in your life. Okay. Yeah, be brutal. Be brutal. Don't hold anything back. My Dr. Mark said, he says, don't hold anything back. Tell me where it's at. Can you believe it? People lie to doctors. I don't get that one. Anyway. And they even lie to their therapist. Where's that at? Anyway. First, look at where you have deficiencies. Make plans and allow for correction. Stay steadily on course. And your advancement will be profound. All right, so this is making sense if we listen and look at this really clearly. I speak about corrections and look at the things in our life that need correcting. I believe there's nothing in our life that could not use a little correcting. Some a lot, some a little. Some is just a little shine, so just make it sparkle a little bit more. In your present situation, look deeply for areas of disharmony in your health, in commerce, in love, or on your path to oneness with the divine. Wherever you're being challenged, you're in a positive flow, and you must make corrections. Procrastination at this juncture is ill-advised. You see, your truth lies in practicality and reality, and you don't put that one on hold. You don't put that on hold. What was there gets ugly, you see. You've been reacting to old ideas, and we do that, We get a react off of painful experiences, off of old hurts, places that have not fed us. We got to correct our thinking. We got to make new positive plans that will correct the deficiencies that are not allowing for the full flowering of success, the opening to greatness. We get locked into old skins that need to be shed. Now, get ready. It's almost like in that haiku, I said, pay attention to what's stuck in your boots, man. You do not want to put your boots on and find a scorpion in there. So these old skins, once you get them off, you're going to be vulnerable, right? Because you're raw at that minute. You're not 100% protected, and that's important at this place. These old skins are gone, and now your protection is a concentrated effort of being mindful and in gratitude, and this will be your cloak of protection. Yeah. Examine the foundation. Examine the foundation of your creations. What are they built on? Your associations, your relationships, are they honest? Are they built on truth? Are they built on integrity? You may have been in denial, you see, and there's often what you're going to find is there's just a little decay beginning to eat away at what you've built and what you've worked for. This is normal. By doing a diligent survey of the body, of the mind, the foundation of your consciousness, you can identify where decay has begun. That's where you're being honest. In this survey, you will identify the corruption at the foundation of your ways of thinking. These ways of thinking that need repair, need renewal. Your growth now is dependent on reevaluating and correcting your pathway. The feeling that you've been thwarted in your attempts to move forward to finding completion is real. Not an invention of the mind, nor is the ego trying to dissuade you from success. There may well be an inner disturbance, right? That when you've got something, you're not dealing with it, and you get to sleep, and finally get to sleep, and then you get woken up in the early hours. Before the sun has come up and the distractions of your daily routine, when you're really clear, and you get a signal, and that signal, that benefit, is to call in your resources to access where there is decay. That's a perfect time. These morning meditations that you open up to. This is finding a weakness in the matrix. It is important to find, and it's not really that hard. Come to stillness. Make a plan of correction for what you find and stick to it. The universe will respond to a plan. No plan, no growth. Or if you don't plan it and just wing it, it's not going to stick. It's not going to hold. Look at your situation and be honest about where it's out of harmony with universal truth. This is when you do the work. You be honest about what's out of order. There's a Hopi word, kianaskatsi. Kianaskatsi means world out of order. And we are living in times of kianaskatsi. So that makes it even more important that we look at ourselves and we see our plan and make a new plan. This is vital right now. In the original text of the Oracle of the I Ching, called the I Ching, the ideograms for this hexagram indicate to wait 3 days before you make any move to repair the decaying components. This reference to 3 days means a period of contemplation, meditation, concentration. It might not be that long. It might be a little longer to meditate on it and to find what the movement is, what the answer is. This is important advice as there are unfamiliar and bizarre aspects of what is going on, because this is not like any other time. Normally, when you find something that's out of order, our first thought is to move immediately to fix it. In this situation, however, that's not your benefit, as things are not normal. Have you noticed? If you were to move too quickly, you will glide over the fine points that need attention, and you would miss seeing the root of the corruption. It may be an idea that has become corrupted, may have led to an addiction, right? Or it may be that a personal agreement woven into the fabric of your plan has been composed by greed or by infatuation. We know that one. Whatever the case, you're called upon to move without fear as a light-bearing warrior into the heart of the matter. Note well that the reference to 3 days before and 3 days after, you find it in the original text, in the original I Ching. This is an instruction, among other things, to slow down, go into contemplation, take stock, be mindful of every move. And that can be exhausting. You'll get tired, you'll find. But as you get into it, it's really not that tedious because you're going to get satisfaction. And this is where liberation comes in, because in this state of mindfulness, you will be with the mysteries of your place in the whole. And you will access your intuitive wisdom, where you will find the joyous rhythm of knowing oneness with all. And that's hard to get our head around, but it really is important that we really are one. And it's so important not to jump in too fast. You see, if we go in and try to root out the decay really fast, you're going to push yourself to the end of your limits, and that's not a good idea. You got to hold out for the second act. When you find an aspect of your situation that brings up fear or doubt or shame, then you've hit on it. This is exactly where you need to address the present decay. Go in for repair at this point. It will tell of a change of approach, or a change of the way of thinking. The ways that we think, the words we think, are thousands and thousands of times more powerful than the words that we say. So really think about that. By changing our thinking, we can change everything. It might mean rooting out people, who've been in there that are causing problems or situations that are not in harmony with your truth. And your truth may have changed, right? Maybe you were working with somebody or working in an association where your truth was being met, but then things change, people change, ideas change. And you got to see where that change is and allow yourself to change. We get really stubborn, we get stubborn. We like that, I like that quilt every morning, but you got to get the quilt cleaned, This action that brings change for the better, that's what we're talking about, which places you right where you need to be to work for your own clarity and to have progress in your relationships with community, relationships with your own relationship, and how you are working with your associates. Be relentingly honest, right? Don't give up. Honest with yourself about your recent behavior and ways of thinking. Look at the problems of the past and how patterned thoughts, negative habits, and fears have held you back and placed a burden on others and have made them miserable, have made them bitter. Look at that. If you find that around, look, it's not that we don't want to help people, but we can't get lost in trying to bring people up to our level. We offer help for sure, but we don't get lost in that help by giving ourselves away. There's a window of opportunity now. All right. This is what's part of the brilliance of the I Ching. When readings come up, they're not readings for yesterday, last year. They're not readings for tomorrow. They're not for next year. They're readings for right now when they come up. And that's the wonder, how it works on the time wave, right? And the time wave is such now that timing and consideration are of the utmost importance. As this cycle It'll end pretty quickly and a new one will begin. So get your work done now. Look into the past. Examine what has led to this period of dissolution. Be honest, be honest, be honest. Liberate negative emotions by acknowledging them. Having compassion for yourself and changing your thoughts, that will do the repair, right? A great and joyous transformation is right there for you to take and make it your own. Do not let what lies ahead daunt you or cause you to stop because of fear of failure or fear of success. Think about that. Think about the fear that often comes up about success. What are we going to do? Are we going to change? Are we going to lose things if I take this success? To make your foundation strong and steady at this important juncture, look to what led you here. From this vantage point, you can see clearly where you diverted from the path of authenticity and truth and strayed from working for the greater good as you undertake this pathway of correction. The benefit is an open heart and being in gratitude where your thoughts have no judgment or blame. Blame of yourself or blaming others. Both of them is not, that stops you. Blame is, that's weakness, you see. The place of compassion is where you must be. And when negativity or doubts appear, and they're going to show up, see them as doubts, take a breath, and then let them go. Use your intent, your prayerful and powerful listening. Listen to that intuitive voice for the wisdom to give you direction, and it will. In this action, you will be liberating negative emotions and sending them into the light of conscious awareness. You may have to repeat this action until you feel the release. It happens that way, and that's okay. It's like prayer. You might need to say the prayer a few times. Prayer, by the way, is just listening and seeing what the words are that come through in prayer. It'll work. You see, it's guaranteed that it'll work because we have our psyche is built that way. And when you do this, you're going to be free. You're going to be free to give love, more love, and to receive more love as you proceed on your path towards bliss, accomplishment, and abundance in all things. And we got to work on accepting love and letting love in, Workshops, I ask people, all right, how many of you here know how to love? And most of the hands go up. Then I say, how many people know how to accept love? And not many hands go up because we got to practice it. Practice bringing in compliments, feeling good about ourselves. And it's a work, but we are work. We're a work in progress. Proceed with your work. And while you're doing, the balance here is to play, be the innocent, have fun. Make time for being in joy, for dancing, for doing the dance of love, the dance of light, the dance of love. And that's it, you see. Be conscious that you're playing the tune. And all you have to do is to come in stillness and turn your passion to listening. Have a beautiful week. Hey, if at the end of the month you're in the Miami area, I'm going to be teaching and speaking at a fiesta, a gathering called Art With Me, featuring artists and a huge wellness section that's curated by my buddy Ellie, sorry, buddy. Oh man, I'm in trouble.
But he curated beautifully, bringing together teachers and yoga teachers and meditations and that. Anyway, I'll be there. So it's the end of, I think it's the weekend of the 26th, 7th, and 8th, something like that. Anyway, if you're in the area close by, take the trip and come see us. And if you're a listener, come say hello. Tell me you're a listener. That just happened. I was just in Big Sur, and that happened. And people said, God, I listen to you all the time. And that really felt good. So I send as much love as I can muster to all of you. And here at the 20th parallel in the beautiful place of sea and sea breezes, I send you so much love. And I say to you in Lakesh Alakin, I am the other you. And I like it that way. Yes, I do. Namaste, y'all. And a shout out to all my new friends from Dent, my new friends from Return. That was a gas. Be the love that you desire and teach peace with every step. And walk with the innocence of the child.